Welcome back to our episode 2. We're all three of us are in similar situations. Talal, are you still back in Amman, Jordan?
Yes, sir. Yes, I am. I am in Amman, Jordan. I'm in the mountains currently. Good to see you guys.
Yeah, you're at your baller ass fucking little fucking farmhouse. That's fucking great.
Yeah.
Andy, you're still in Burien?
Nah, I'm in Federal Way. I'm hanging tight at my folks' place.
Oh, you're in Fetty?
I'm in Fetty, man. I'm south of you now.
Good to know. Good to know. This is On the Rocks. The three of us, we've worked together several times at several different places, and we got bored and we're a little separated because of social distancing. But we still found a way to fucking still laugh at stupid shit and talk about funny shit, I guess you could say.
That's right.
So I'm gonna give it off to Andy, and we're gonna go from there.
All right, well, today we got a couple things to talk about. I'm sure y'all been watching the news, and if you haven't been watching the news, then you've been stuck on your phones, and that's where we all get our information from nowadays. But some of the hot topics of the week and some of the less hot topics, but either way, the topics that we're talking about today on Last Call, aka On the Rocks, Central Park Karen, aka Amy Cooper.
That bitch.
Bitch.
I call it that.
Bitch.
And then the horrible murder via police, and then the outcry coming across our nation, police stations being burned, and the reaction and fallout thereof, and then some positive reactions as well to come. We are also going to cover me explaining to my 70-year-old father about what boofing is.
Boofing.
Don't let your mind wander too far.
B-O-O-F-I-N-G.
Yeah, B-O-O-F, not
Boop.
boop. Yeah, real big difference.
Real shit. Serious.
SpaceX trying to put humans on the first private space expedition. And
I can't wait for that.
Yeah,
I can't wait to talk about that.
A couple other things to yammer at you about, but here we go. Central Park Karen, Amy Cooper. Man, this lady, and the story keeps getting better. Well, it doesn't keep getting better. It keeps unfolding, I think, is a better way to put it. But
It's like
calls the police because she is walking, or she's taking her dog out in Central Park,
walking
off leash,
dragged,
and it's walking over plants that are supposed to be protected, which is why you keep your dog on a leash. And the fella who got his I'm blanking on his name, but
also Cooper. Last name Cooper.
Yeah, also Cooper, completely unrelated.
Unrelated, yes.
But he was bird watching, and this guy's an educated dude. He wasn't just hanging out in the park and then he's just like, hey, take care of your dog. He's just like, no, please don't do that. He offered her dog a treat. Like he was doing the right thing. Like he's just like, hey, can you just like follow the rules? And then calls the police and says that this black man is intimidating her. Apparently, she had tried to pursue another fella between the years of 2008 and 2012, and tried to file a lawsuit saying that he stole $65,000 from her. This lawsuit got promptly thrown out in court because there was no foundation, I think was the lawyer's words, but something along those lines.
Didn't you say earlier it was like a case of she like was all about him and then she got all crazy and shit because he didn't like her back?
Yeah, dude was married.
And not to say that I mean, I'm not trying to say that had anything to do with, like, not to say he was being like cheating or having an affair, but he was like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm good."
Yeah, I mean, like, because honestly, who knows? They like the untold story, because anybody will spin something in their favor, but I'm going to side with the dude on this one, man. I don't think that there's any money involved. I think that she likes the guy, so maybe they were smashing, and he's just like, "Nah, you're nuts," and she's like, "I'm gonna get you everything."
Can I just fucking interject and just put in like, remember that fucking dude with the prosthetic leg who like shot into a fucking bathroom and killed his fucking girlfriend or fiance or whatever the fuck, but he shot into the bathroom. It's just like something Pistoria. I can't remember exactly what it was, but like, it's like explaining that to somebody.
Wasn't
You know what I mean?
wasn't he at like an athletic for like athlete or some shit like
Dude,
that?
he was in the fucking Olympics. He was in the Olympics.
That's athletic. That's pretty athletic. Fuck.
Well, he doesn't have any fucking legs. He's Lieutenant Dan. Like, he ain't got no legs.
Jesus Christ. Lieutenant Dan. Well, hey, he done fucked up because he killed someone, but he did have a bright path ahead of him.
I mean,
That's not.
Well, only because they would have
That's
disqualified his ass for having an advantage in the regular Olympics, because that's what they fucking do. If someone wins when they think that he shouldn't have, they disqualify him, as history
well,
has.
Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs. like what?
He was a shrimp boat captain, was he not?
I'm sorry, I keep looking into Andy's screen over here, and I just see the fucking the helmet and the fucking vest, and it's fucking driving me crazy because I just like, my Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs. Ice cream, Lieutenant Dan, here's some ice cream.
Ice cream, Lieutenant Dan.
Yo, Jesus Christ is about to leave the chat real quick.
All right. Fuck.
Amy Cooper.
God damn, dude.
Bitch.
All right, so the thing that drives me fucking crazy about this story is the fact that he was being not only a gentleman, completely fucking like held his composure, completely calm, and all he was doing was asking her to do the right thing. Not even bringing attention to how she was fucking choking the fuck out of that dog. And this is where it gets a little bit more serious, because then she pulls her phone out and she threatens to call the cops on him for threatening her life. Like, she had her I'm gonna get you shot in the bag. Like, I'm gonna pull it out if I'm threatening you with racism. Like, I'm going to ruin your life. I'm going to possibly get you killed because you're making me follow the law. That says a lot of shit about white privilege.
About all over the place, dude. Like, that is just in the simple fact of like what I look like, you know what I mean? Like this Seattle fucking tan, you know what I mean? But I'm from California. I used to be a lot darker. But
Jesus Christ.
There's a lot more that comes with it, and the little stipulations, little details that go with like court cases and or any kind of fucking situation. It's hard to fucking like really get that line between the two, you know what I mean? Between right and between wrong. And it's scary, you know what I mean? Especially as somebody colored, like, it's scary. Like, it really is. Like, You never know when something might happen. You might meet the next Trayvon Martin, or you know what I mean? Like it could.
Well, the next time
It's
on,
fucked up, but that's the truth of what I live in.
I gotta hand it to the guy again. He held his composure. Not only that, but as soon as he knew that she had completely fucked up before, I remember hearing the video. He said, "Thank you."
Well, and she's issued a public apology already, and
Fuck that.
because she had to,
'Cause
obviously.
She got caught.
But
Fuck
he's
that.
also publicly accepted her apology. Like, this is the kind of stand-up dude that he is. He doesn't have to do that. He could just not say anything. But I mean, like, if she doesn't, if she just feels like entitled enough to walk her dog off leash and whatever, she could just be a standard issue asshole and just tell him to fuck off and then go about her business with her dog, just not picking up the shit or something like that. Like, I don't know.
No, she wanted to flex like a melanin. That's what she wanted to do. Stupid bitch.
No, she wanted to flex like somebody who has that fucking power. You
And
know what I
she's
mean?
funded.
Privilege, I guess you could say.
The thing is, the fact that he accepted her apology publicly in Arabic, we would say there's a saying we would say "Albo tayyib," which means his heart is good.
Yeah.
Even though he knew that she was a piece of shit,
The exterior of shit versus like what you got in here, a little different, but I mean, how do you fucking know that shit? You know what I mean? How do you fucking know that? How do you even measure that? There's no scale for that. There's no spectrum for that. It's you get caught doing bad, you get caught doing something good, and people will give you a high five or whatever the fuck. But like, get caught doing bad, like you're bad, and that's how it's always gonna go. Or if you're just a little dark, maybe floated the river too many times or something like that, got a little dark in you, and fucking I don't know, someone gets upset about something, or you step on somebody's toes, literally and figuratively, and next thing you know, you're either shot and dead or in jail, prison, whatever. Like you know what I mean? Like that's like the real concern for the Black community, even the Indian community, the Mexican community, or Hispanic community. Let's just say that. Sorry.
and the unrepresented by a lot of people, by I think the fucking world, the Native American community, huge.
Oh yeah.
Which I think actually has a lot to do with our next segue. George Floyd, may he rest in peace. This fucking piece of shit pig, not to say that a pig because he's a cop, but pig because he's a fucking pig as a person. Derek Chauvin, I believe his name is. And I swear to God, the first time I heard that name, Derek, I thought American History X off top. Not to compare the two, but I swear to God, Derek.
Was he the older one or the younger one?
He was the guy that curb stomped the dude in the opening.
At the curb, motherfucker.
Edward Norton.
Swear to God, bro. I keep like every time I hear that name, I see that guy's the cop's face, and I see Edward Norton's face in that movie. And not like to throw any shade in the movie or whatever, but like that's the reality that shit sets in because the shit is real, and this motherfucker had the same fucking name. Okay, the fact that this guy thought he was calm and collected, being videotaped, literally murdering a dude on camera, snuff film type shit, with a badge on him. In front
but
of
nobody,
people.
I mean, nobody got an orgasm out of it unless dude came in his pants.
Oh, I'm sure everyone with the fucking swastika memorabilia in their secret basement fucking got a real big hard on that one. But they did not expect the fucking reaction from the public. And I just want to go on and say the only reason I'm sure a lot of people have said this and thought this, or maybe thought this and not said it, but I'm sure the only reason that this motherfucker actually got fired, which is whatever, fired is whatever the fuck, that's nothing, is because he was on camera doing it. If he was not videotaped, nothing would have happened to him. Like the Native American that he fucking shot and killed, no discipline. He got what fucking he got a fucking 2-week vacation. Fuck him.
Mm-hmm.
And 17
paid probably.
For sure.
Still getting a check.
For sure. And I'm sure their precinct would not fucking want to comment about that shit.
No, that's it's pretty fucking, it's pretty outrageous, especially with like with the whole oil pipeline shit over in, I can't fucking remember. It's been that long.
Oh, the South Dakota Access Pipeline.
Exactly, and there's a lot of people that get hit with bean bags and fucking mace and fucking pepper spray or whatever the fuck. Like, you know, it's weird. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, you're pasty and you want to hate on me because I got a fucking tan. So fucking sorry. Like, that's how I was born. But it is what it is.
I have a question for both of you right now, and for everyone watching this for shit. What are your thoughts on the protest turned into destruction of property?
I don't like it at all, just because that gives everybody a bad rep, I guess you could say.
Andy, what do you think?
You know, and Andy, go for it. Like, you know, that's what I got on that.
No, I think that civil unrest and public assembly is imperative. Like, this is the time to not be silent. However, civil and social disobedience in this fashion, it doesn't do anything to help a cause. And I understand that there's a lot of people that are waiting for money and that don't have it, and that are being displaced. And so,
Fuel the fire.
you know, times like this, windows get smashed and people go and grab shit anyways. But right now, it's that much easier to justify. It's like, man, I'm gonna go get something, man, because nobody's giving me anything. So if I'm not, if I can't get anything, man, I'm gonna go take it. Like, and
well, that's the whole fucking thing. It's like, nobody's gonna give you anything. I was just watching Black Mass, Johnny Depp. It's the Whitey Bulger show or story.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever. And he says, it's like, you know, even The Departed, the other fucking movie, he says, it's like, nobody's gonna give you anything. You gotta take it. And so if you would imagine, if you're starving or you're thirsty, you know what I mean? Think somebody's going to come and give you water, which it should be like. No, they're not.
Not in America.
You know what I mean? So what are you going to do?
And you know what? Like, here's what's interesting. I want to backtrack just a smidge. This motherfucker, Derek Chauvin, and may he rest in peace, George Floyd, they're not strangers to each other. They worked in the same nightclub for a while, and not just that, but they had overlapping shifts. And this is coming from the owner of the nightclub, who said that Derek Chauvin had worked there as an off-duty officer. They both worked as, I believe, doormen or bouncers, whichever suits the job description.
Yeah.
The undercover, or not undercover, but the off-duty officer, Derek Chauvin, who's not a pig anymore, worked there for the 17 years that the motherfucker was open. So he knew the victim. He knew him. This is not just a random. And Andy, you were telling me a little bit about the transcript that was released.
Yeah, they released the call from the store to the 911 operator, and it's just the transcript. It's not the audio.
Right.
But
no fucking way.
Apparently, he paid for some cigarettes with some fake money, and the clerk tried to confront him, and he said no. The clerk said he seems like he's drunk. He's just sitting in his car and won't give the cigarettes back. And they asked for a description and kind of prompted to lead to make sure that the guy was black. And then they're like, all right, we'll have a squad on over real soon. And
the same way, you know, working on Al-Qaeda, we had to literally fucking say like, hey, I don't know if they have a weapon or not. Like, that is what lights a fire underneath their ass. You know what I mean? That's what fucking...
Well, that's the shitty thing is, like, honestly, if I was worried about my safety and there's just some fucking tweaker from Puyallup that found his way up to one of our bars and he's just a white guy in a trucker hat and the police aren't showing up and this guy is being menacing outside and he's got, you know, he's just telling us that he has something in his truck, you know, because we've been working at a bar at a situation where we've called the police numerous times and they just are not showing up. Oh. And then it's 45 minutes later where we've already got the person in question. They're already outside. They're outside, and then the cops finally show up, but it's done. But anything could have happened in that amount of time.
Exactly.
But if I'm like, hey, there's a black guy down here, and I think he has a gun, then yeah, you're gonna have five cop cars down there in no time. You're gonna have most of that precinct, all with guns drawn,
ready to go.
And
just because I work there, I'm fearing for my fucking life.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I'm trying to tell them a story about what happened. You know what I mean? Like, that's the fear. That's the fear. So it sucks to get out of the fucking the bullshit that we're talking about, because we can go for days on it. Andy, what the fuck is boofing?
Boofing. Well, you could probably...
Oh, and Jasmine's over in the other room. You don't know what that is? So, yeah, enlighten me. Enlighten me.
Wait.
This is something that apparently is popular with, I guess, what we would call kids nowadays.
No, come on, man. We're not...
High school and...
high school is doing this shit?
Recently graduated. I mean, anyways, this is a way of taking exotic drugs and other drugs, usually powdered ones, in your butt.
Cocaine.
Yeah, cocaine and ecstasy and
what a waste.
I guess maybe ketamine or something like that. But yeah, so essentially what you do is you put your ankles over your ears and a little straw in your butt, and you have a partner.
What the fuck is that?
Blow that shit in your butt, and if you're a good friend, you do it back for him.
Social distancing. Use different straws, people. Same rules with needles.
Yeah, that's why you use one straw and you cut it in half, I guess. I don't fucking know.
What if you use a crazy straw and you kind of like bend it up? You watch it go in the
Well, real talk though, backstory.
Keep blowing.
Backstory on this, the reason why Sean wants to know from me why this came up. My father and I, like I mentioned earlier in the episode, I'm sitting here at my folks' place down Federal Way and working on my truck before me and my dog take the show on the road. My father and I were watching late night news about all the calamity going on in the world. And Don Lemon comes on CNN, midnight or something like that. And some story that didn't have to do with everything else going on. I don't recall the story, but boofing was part of it. And turned to my dad, and this is midnight, so I had a few beers and might have snuck out to tap my weekend. But I was like, Dad, do you know what boofing is? I was like, are you? Because I mean, so little background. He spent he just retired this last year, but he spent his entire working career as a professor in marriage and family psychology and counseling. So part of that is like learning about drug habits and the things that families have to go
all
through.
that shit.
But this is a new thing, a new term, and he's like, yeah, I've heard the term, but anyways, I felt like enlightening him. So I explained to my dad what boofing was, and he's like, all right.
Tight. Super tight. Like, awesome. Thank you. Thank you, son. Thank you, son. Fucking thank you for bringing that to light.
Knowledge is power.
Apparently, so is whatever you boof in someone's asshole. Jesus Christ.
For those of you,
No, hold on, real quick before his shit fucking ends up. Can you imagine just, you know what I mean? And someone asks, like, I don't care what it is. Can you imagine just fucking, you know what I mean? Like,
Tribal blow.
did I just that? Are you gonna shit it out? I don't know how this fucking works.
oh,
You know what I mean? I've never had drugs blown up my asshole, so
there has to be like a learning process, like for some people.
there's a learning curve. There's a learning curve.
There's gotta be
putting drugs up your butt, not for concealing, like going to fucking prison or jail, but for usage. Like, it's fucking ridiculous.
When good boofs go bad. Just
You know, as soon as you said that, I imagined someone farting it back out into their face.
yeah,
Unfortunately.
you better catch that.
That
Well, and
technically-
for any of you who are just still out there wondering, like, why would somebody go to this length to blow drugs into their friend's butt?
Which are expensive, by
It's
the way.
because it doesn't go through your liver. Your colon is a mucous membrane, so it will take it immediately, and it will not hit your stomach acid or anything like that. And will get more fucked up. Also, because it doesn't go through your liver, your body can't get rid of any of the toxins that might be really, really bad for you.
Can I also just
don't do it.
say, after hearing what you're saying,
Say it. Don't
could
say
you
it.
imagine?
Don't say it.
It's like one thing to like. There's another thing for somebody to just. You're just high as a fucking kite, like, woo! Like, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's actually what we talked about. My dad's just like, so it's like doing cocaine but backwards. I was like, yeah, it's actually like doing cocaine completely backwards.
What? I don't understand you people.
Get fucked up.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
God damn it. I wish we had more fucking time on this recording, but we're getting down to the fucking meat of it. I hope everybody that's been watching enjoyed it. This is what we do every day. That we see each other.
Not boofing, but talking about boofing and such items.
We bring everything out, you know, that on everybody's mind, and that's what we're kind of trying to do. So thank you for everybody that's watching. Keep your fucking shit safe. Put on a fucking mask. Don't worry about gloves. Apparently it's not a thing.
Wash your hands, you sick fucks.
Wash your fucking hands.
Please.
That's the deal.
Especially when you're
And honestly, just enjoy your time at home. Like, the fuck? I've never had this much time off being out of work. So it is what it is. If you guys got anything, throw it out.
I got something to say real quick. If y'all see someone being fucking if you see someone attempting to destroy someone unconstitutionally or being like fucking racist as shit, don't just flip on your cameras. You can do some shit. Fucking
Oh,
do some
I'm
shit.
with you.
Fucking do some shit. We're not in a day and age where camera phones make you the hero. Getting views, getting likes don't fucking matter no more. Do some shit. Not because someone might be watching on live stream. Do some shit because your soul.
Don't do it for likes. Do it for somebody that's fucking
Do it
fighting
for
for their
love,
life,
man.
probably.
Fuck
Or
for likes.
something.
Do it for love, man. Do it for fucking love. For real. If that means anything to anyone out there, don't do it for likes. Do it for love, man. For real. That's my message. Andy, you got something to say, bro?
If you're standing up and you're pissed off about what's going on, because I know I am, this obviously has to stop, but take a stand in solidarity with all the right people and understand what doing a good message is, and don't do any disservice to yourself, your community, or your cause. A lot of these stores are owned by people in your community. So take care of your community and be proud of them, and just don't lose focus of your overall goal and mission, man. Love one another.
Which is, what is the overall goal and mission?